I can't wait to introduce you to our new friend Chris, who is showing us his solo studio cabin on the Norwegian Aqua. Stay tuned for the full tour. Hey everybody, it's Kirk and Tori, and we're here on the Norwegian Aqua with our new friend Chris.
Hello.
And he is in a solo cabin. What is the actual cabin called?
It's a studio cabin, yeah.
It's a studio
Solo
cabin.
studio, I think it is.
Okay, well, I really appreciate you taking
Absolutely.
the time to show us this unique area and cabin on the Norwegian Aqua.
Yes. Ready?
Yeah, love it.
Let's
yes.
go in.
So you need a special access card to get in, which is great. And just follow along. We're going to cabin number 13555.
See all the great, good lighting.
I love
Very
it.
moody.
It is. Look at this. So I guess they're doing, how many services do they do of cleaning?
Usually just one a day.
One a day, okay.
And usually for my cabin, it's usually been in the early afternoons.
Okay.
But there's 3 hallways on this floor. The middle one's a little bit bigger, and then this is a smaller hallway. But this is my unit, and so you can see they kind of have your typical do not
That's
disturb.
really cool. And I like that they have a braille feature here. And you can see if you're at home, do not disturb, make up my room.
Yeah.
That's great.
Let me slide us in. Welcome.
Wow. Look at this. Wow. So what do you think what size of the bed here is?
This is about a full, and it is comfortable. So obviously it's a brand new bed, very comfortable. It's about, I think, 200-ish square feet, maybe less, maybe even less. It might be even less, because I know some of the interior cabins are small, but it is nice. It's very cozy. It's very quiet. Mine is very quiet, which I'm pretty lucky besides the hanging.
Right. Like I feel, and I don't know, I haven't mentioned this in my own video of my own cabin, but I can hear my neighbors talking through the doors. So do you have somebody directly on the left side of you?
And the back side. So all
the right
all
side
sides
and the
except
back.
for the front. Yeah.
So you're like 3
Yes.
possible sides. Are you hearing people at night?
So the funny thing is I've heard one person once, and it was just today, and I think it was right over here. It was like something moving, like a screech, but I've heard no talking.
No talking, no
Yeah,
TV.
no TV. But I'm also not in the room. So they have a lounge downstairs, and you notice a lot of the studio folks just don't spend time in the room. It's a great room, but we're wandering the ship, so I think everyone's just not in the room.
Yeah, so for all of my viewers, I've been trying to get a hold of Chris to get a cabin tour
Yes.
from him. And yes, I called you 5 times
Yes.
yesterday. So it is true. Once you're in one of these solo cabins, you're almost never in
Yeah.
here. So let's take a quick look around the cabin. So if we can just see some of the stuff like the plugs and
Nooks and crannies.
yes.
So one thing I found was very nice, and I found this day 2, was this little alcove over here, because obviously it's an inside cabin, so it gets dark. So this controls all the lights. So when you get in bed, you can hit the light switch and it'll shut everything off. And then there's a USB power charger, which has been great for my phone there. You can be on your phone in bed and charge and just sneak it up there when you want, but it's also easy to grab in the morning when it's really dark and you need to get out of bed.
I have
So you
a
the
really
lights.
weird question
Yeah.
though. Why did it take you 2 days to find that?
Because I was paying attention to everything over here, and
Oh.
I just didn't pay attention to the switch. So this has a lot of charging as well, a good amount of outlets. I obviously brought my own, did not need that, because you have a USB over here, which just controls my little charging gadget, and then you have multiple outlets and another outlet that I'm using.
Okay.
So plenty of room,
You have
plenty of
lots,
charging.
lots of space, and you have a little.
A little desk and sit on. I don't know if this opens or not, but there's plenty of room to sit here. A couple folks and ladies I know will do their makeup here. They were talking about there's plenty of room for that. And then you have a hair dryer down there as well, which
Yep.
is nice.
A hair dryer. And what about space enough for your clothes,
Yes.
personal items?
So you have a closet here, which I can switch you spots so you can see. And this just has hangers and stuff, shoes. I threw the bed cover there, but Plenty of room. And if you request, they'll bring you more hangers, which is nice as well.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I notice it's one of those pull-outs, so you can slide your...
Yes.
Can you slide your...
These in?
The actual...
Oh, the clothes, yeah.
This thing here.
Look at that. See, I'm learning something new each time.
Didn't know
I did not know that. Nope.
Okay. All right, let's check out the other side.
Perfect. Let me show you over here. So this is one of my favorite things is the organization and the storage.
Yes.
You have a lot of shelves here, which is great because people bring a lot. I have a lot. And then I can just throw stuff and then reorganize. So it's not that nice that they have these 4 shelves. And then you also have this kind of small one for paperwork or little things. And then you have your safe here. And I'm using the bottom just to put my dirty clothes, just clothes down there. But you just have another shelf, which is nice as well.
Now, were you given the opportunity to wash all the clothes you can in one bag?
I'm going to do that. I have done that on other ships. And so we have a laundry bag here.
Right.
But rumor has it that you can request a bigger laundry bag. So that's something I learned new as well.
That's something I just learned from you.
Yeah, so some people who have status and they get a free laundry bag, request the bigger laundry bag.
Okay, and do you have extra status then on...
After this, I will.
Oh,
I'll
congratulations.
be platinum after this. So
oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Congrats.
Yes, so it's exciting. But great, more storage here. Obviously, you have almost another closet, great for coats. I had my suitcase here, but then I moved it under the bed. Plenty of storage under the bed. So there's no need for me to store it here. I have a big suitcase. I just put my shoes and backpack here, so it's straight under there. You can see it's a whole...
Oh, you have a whole... Okay. So it's an open concept underneath here. Sorry, it's a little dark under there, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so Chris, I'd like to see maybe your washroom space next.
So this is my first studio, but I've heard the others have interesting layouts. This has been great because obviously I'm a bigger person. The shower is big. There's plenty of room. It's all glass, the 3 kind of panels, which is nice. And the shower pressure here is amazing.
Just looks so clean and bright.
And there's plenty of room. You don't feel like you're in a small studio. They did a really good job on organization. But a fun thing too is some people like to have it even more open. And I just figured this out is you can make, if someone wants to kind of have an open concept or more room in there, this can shut and you have a full enclosed bathroom. So it kind of works as 2 doors, which is pretty cool.
That is so cool. I'm going to go in.
Yes.
I'm just going to check this out. Wow. Okay, shower time. Wow, it's actually quite spacious. So you have the handheld here. It comes with shampoo and your shower gel, room for soap and your own personal things. You also have the hook here for hanging bathing suits, drying anything. You also have shower pressure down here for your feet. Very bright, very spacious. What are these over here?
So you have a shaving plug, and then the other one, if you hit it, it'll shut off the light for the mirror.
Oh, nice. Comes with soap, the sink. You have garbage under here, I'm assuming. Very state-of-the-art. Look at that. You're so organized, Chris.
But look at this. Look at this. My whole gripe is sometimes with bathrooms is the lack of storage. The shelves go a long way.
They really do. Look at that. Need to have that kind of organization on all ships. It's amazing. And then, of course, you can see right back out into... There you are, Chris.
Yep.
Wow. That's great. So... I guess you don't have a sofa, you don't have any room to entertain, so what do you do when you're in a solo cabin?
So the nice thing is most people are running around the ship, but they have a studio lounge, which is really nice. And a lot of people spend time in there. We can show you there's like beverages, plenty of sofas, booze on tap, so they have it all, but it's just a place to kind of mix and mingle with other solo travelers.
Booze on tap? Like even...
Beer on tap and wine on tap, so...
Even if you don't have a package, or do you have to have a package?
So they have a little scan card. It'll recognize if you have the beverage package, but if you don't, it'll just charge you by ounces.
We need to go see that.
right down.
All right. Let's go check out that studio lounge.
Straight down here. And if you book I'm on the 13th floor, so we'll go down a flight of stairs. But if you're on the 12th floor, it's on the same floor as you.
Oh, so they have their
And you
own.
can see there's wider hallways too, so it feels more open in some of them.
Nice. I love how bright and spacious it feels. I don't feel cramped at all here. So if you have an issue with walking, would you be automatically placed on the 12th floor, or?
I think if you just have to select that personally when you book, I think they'll do their best to accommodate.
Okay.
So there's 3 rooms.
Oh, wow.
And you can see this leads on to the other studio rooms.
There's some, okay. Wow, look at this. All right, so we're now in the 3rd section here, and excuse there's a lot of background noise. I'm sorry about that, but Chris, look at all this stuff that you guys have down here.
So you just scan your card here, it'll recognize it, and then it'll say authorizing. I have $34 balance. I have the package, so that there's nothing there. So you can, but if you did, it would charge your room if you didn't have it. But you can just fill any of these, which is nice.
Red
so
bubbles,
Stella, yeah,
Rosé,
Chardonnay, and then they have the best ice on the ship. Let me tell you that. So it's a water machine, and the same thing with the sodas.
Oh, that's so cool! And you have access to all of that. You get snacks.
Mm-hmm. They're in here replenishing this quite often, actually.
Oh,
do they change the specs, or is it kind of?
It's usually the same each day. The breads might change a little bit to more of there was a different one yesterday.
Kirk, at this rate, maybe you and I should have 2 separate cabinets.
So everyone's been raving about the coffee, and I had the coffee this morning. It was really good. So it's a quite good machine.
Awesome.
Yeah, take it to go. There you go. So seating, plenty of seating. People will do work in here, which is nice as well.
Right. And here is the guy replenishing right there already. Would you consider solo travel on the Norwegian Aqua? I personally think that it's a great space. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.